What's up guys, this is Thrice with AbleOneTech.com and Flyer FPV, bringing you a review video of the Eachine H8 Mini. Let's check out what this guy can do. Well, to start off, if you haven't gotten this little quadcopter before, you've never seen any videos of it, it is a monster. Now, there's one huge faulty error right off the box, big warning sign. Let's just get this out of the way. Sometimes the firmware that comes on this, the gyroscope and everything, it completely just goes, I think, to the right and just keeps going down like at an angle like this. And you have to really have a good controller in order to even fly it, because the regular stock controller, it just goes crazy. So I did notice that when I got some other ones, there was no problem with it at all. And also, you can flash firmware on it, the newer upgraded firmware. It's like an open source firmware that puts this into also acro mode as well as the normal angle mode. So we'll have a video on that here coming soon. As you can see, it comes in two different colors. You have the white with red and you have the black with green. They're pretty cool little flyers. With this one, as you can see, this is already set up to be turned into an FPV mod. That's because the board inside this one, I actually swapped it out as soon as I got the new one in and put it on my already whooped H8 Mini that has a little slot cut out in the top for the FPV cam and a battery plug on that new board as well. And also another thing here is the battery ports on these is a specific 2-pin pigtail. So I didn't know a lot about batteries, I didn't know a lot about RC models or anything like that when I got into drones. This is something that you might want to pay attention to, because you can actually use different kinds of batteries if you get the different pigtail adapters. I'm not going to go into too much of that right now, so we'll put that away and we'll keep talking about the basic features of these guys here. Basically, out of the box, you're getting a 4-channel, 6-axis gyro micro quad. I mean, it's generally like any other micro quad that you're going to get for around $15 to $20, depending on where you order it. The biggest difference with this little guy is, without the acro mode, if you get a pretty stable gyroscopic model, as in the firmware is pretty solid, it will do very well compared to most micro quads that I've seen so far. It can handle decent winds and it moves extremely fast if you know how to fly it. I actually already paired it up with this guy here. This is actually a Fly Sky, but it's been remodeled by the Ghoul RC. But it binds if you put a multi-protocol transmitter in it, which I have. So you do need a multi-protocol transmitter in like modified soldered into the controller itself. You can actually do that with a variation of transmitters. It doesn't only apply to Fly Sky. Multi-protocol transmitter, the little modules, they actually they can fit into pretty much any controller out there. But that's a really great thing when you're trying to fly these guys, to have a better controller that you can use with them, because they're capable of doing some crazy stuff right out the box. And I think that as far as if you're interested in getting into FPV, acro mode, racing, any kind of, freestyle, even just fast-paced flying, this is an ideal micro quadcopter to start with. This little micro quad is so fast and has the yaw rate on it is just incredible. We're actually going to include a video on this of some outside flying as well as some FPV flying, but I was blown away, guys, because I already have a JGRC H36. I got a B-Core board that I install on some insane motors. Here's my little B-Core setup right here with the rubber bands. And it's just generally overall, this is pretty much as fast as the B-Core, and for being that right out of the box for $13, and I had to pay $20 for the B-Core board and another $10 for the motors, that's pretty cool. I mean, I can't complain. So there's of course it's got headless mode if you use the controller that comes with it in the box. You can also set that up on your flight controller. I haven't. I don't use headless mode. But it also has 2 speeds with its own controller. When you set it up or pair it to another flight controller that's more complicated, like with the multi-protocol mode, like with the multi-protocol module, or with a controller that just has the same kind of protocol signals, you actually won't have the 2 flight mode option. It will leave you with just 1 flight mode, and it is intense. It's a whole nother level already with just the custom controller. So these guys are pretty crazy. I think that they're definitely worth the money. If you go to Bangood, and we'll drop a link in the description, you can actually get them for $13.99 from the US warehouse. Pretty awesome. It blew me away. I'm just really taken back by these little guys. I've already modded the one, as you saw. I might have a problem, might have to fix the motors, but that's just kind of how it is when you get these little ones. And that's another piece of advice. If you're going to get small micro quadcopters like this, the micro quads, you can definitely guarantee you need to buy spare motors. You need to buy spare motors, you need to buy spare props, you need to buy spare batteries. And a little tip that I definitely want to include in most of my videos about any of these little quads, the batteries, learn how to charge batteries. You really need to learn how to charge batteries, because that was a huge thing getting into this, being a noob. Did not know that if you charge your batteries all the way and then you let them sit, it can cause a problem. That's a huge noob mistake that I did not know. And we'll do a whole battery video coming here soon as well. Lots of stuff coming out, guys. Definitely check out the H8 Mini from Eachine. Pretty cool. Just amazing if you want to really get started just getting into the game. If you have a mini quadcopter or a large drone like a Phantom, you're into, doing business, or you got it as just like a photography drone, you got those larger crafts, man, and you want to fly something small in your house and get used to control, this is what you need. And when you choose to go FPV, you can just get one of these all-in-ones, little 3-in-1s, and you just put it on top like I did with this one, and you set up one of these little camera pigtails on the back, plug it in, play, baby. I love it. I love it so much. There's no altitude hold, so you definitely get to, put your hand-eye coordination to work, or your mind-eye coordination. With these guys, it's a whole nother level. I love it. And you throw on the FPV goggles, I swear, your house becomes a playground. Your yard becomes an oasis of just possibilities with a bunch of flips and turns. I'm not going to keep going. We're going to end it here, guys. Check out the H8 Mini from Eachine at Bangood. We'll drop the link in the description. Make sure to hit the like button. Tell me what you thought about this drone, if you had it, if you haven't. Tell me if you want to get it. If so, we're going to be doing a giveaway here soon. So make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and drop a comment down below, and you'll be entered into that giveaway. And we're going to be doing that here by the end of the month. And I just want to say again, I appreciate you guys for stopping in. This is Thrice with AbleOneTech.com and Flyer FPV. I'll see you guys on the other side.